All right, I'm back, ladies, and I've come up with another idea for an alternate idea for the paper pumpkin this month. Um, if you like those cards, that's fine. There's so much you can do with them, but I like to do other things sometimes. So I just wanted to show you an idea I came up with. For this one, I'm going to use the Grateful Bunch stamp set, and I'm specifically going to use this stamp, but only this flower. I may use those other ones inside. Know that you can use any flower if you don't have this one, but it must, with what I'm going to do, it has to fit in here. So that's something to think about. So what I did was I pulled out my stamps and tried a couple and they didn't work, and then I pulled this one and it does fit in between those two lines. So that's why I chose that stamp set. I also wanted a thank you note. I am constantly using thank you notes to send to my customers, and so I pulled out my tin of cards and I'm going to use the thank you out of there. I needed a scrap piece of paper to do some stamping because I'm going to stamp it, but then I'm also going to show you how to step it up. I use the herringbone, I guess you'd call it, tile pattern. I cut a piece of Designer Series paper is from the Everyday Chic paper, and the only thing you have to be careful of is, since this is white, you want to make sure your background or the neutral color that they use is white. And this was cut to, this is 4 1/4, so I cut this at 4 1/8, and then this is 5 1/2, so I cut this at 5 3/8, so that it will fit in the back of here like so, and I will have space to put my glue dots without them showing up. You're going to need an envelope, showing through. You're going to need an envelope, the Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad, and then I have used Post-it notes to mark off the flower that I'm going to use. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my stamp with my Memento. Oh. Okay, I forgot to tell you, I'm also going to use the Daffodil Delight marker. I have put glue dots on all 4 corners. I've stamped it. I was able to fix that a little bit, but when I step it up, nobody will even know that I messed it up. Okay, so I'm going to attach my, and since this is paper and it's not corrugated, I just did the 4 corners. I didn't do in there. I don't think it's necessary to do in there. And I'm going to attach my paper. The one thing you have to know is if your paper has a pattern to it and there is a top and a bottom, it's directional, make sure you put it on the correct way. So now I'm going to use my marker and color in the center with yellow. Okay, oops, missed a couple of spots. Maybe I didn't miss it, it just looks like I did. All right. I stamped the corner and stamped this, and I'm going to color those in also. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with this card the way it is, but I want to step it up. So what I did is I took that same stamp and I stamped all 3 images, and then there's a coordinating punch, so I punched them out, and then I layered them using my glue dots. So that's what it looks like. And remember how I told you, make sure you cut your dimensionals in half? I used a dimensional from another kit because there weren't any in this, and I placed it on the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up with the stamped image, and I popped it up. And there. I have a couple of other ideas to step it up, so let me do that and come back. Okay, I told you I would show you how to step it up. If you thought the other card was too plain, here's a way to step it up a little bit. I took ribbon and I wove it through the top here. If you're going to do that before you attach this back piece. I took mine off very gently and attached it. Then I tied a bow. I placed that stacked one here, but after I did that, I decided I wanted some bling, so I added some rhinestones to the center. So there's my completed card, and here's the inside and the envelope.